Hey everybody, it's me, Mr. Marc. Are you ready for Mr. Marc's Mailbag? Excellent. Okay, before we get started, make sure you keep on sending in all your fan mail. We have lots of questions once in a while where to send it to. We always put the address up on the screen a couple times throughout each Mr. Marc's Mailbag broadcast. So just send it to that address. I know somebody said that they sent it somewhere else and they got lost. You have to send it to that address. Okay, you ready to go? Question number 1. This is, I think that's an alien or something. Maybe it's, yeah. Oh, no, he's doing jumping jacks is what it says. Very cool. Okay, this is from Marc, who is a first grader in Florida. Cool. Dear Mr. Marc, I love to run and exercise, especially with my friends. That is a good thing. I like to run and exercise with my friends too. I also love to learn. That's good to know also. You like to learn. I asked my mom about adventure locations we go to. Oh, so you like to learn about the locations that we're going to, and your question is, do I like to learn? Absolutely. It's one of the best things. I know we love to run in mega mode on our adventures, and we love the storylines and everything and us up against Mr. Lazy. But one of the things that I like the most is we get to learn so much about this wonderful world, about all these great locations and what took place in history and what is taking place today in modern times. And it's just fascinating to me, and I truly love to learn all about that. So I'm glad you like to as well. And keep asking. And that's a great, Marc asked his parents. Make sure you ask your parents. Tell your parents about some of the adventures that you're going on with Mr. Marc, and then ask them about some of these locations. You might be surprised. They might have been to Africa. They might have climbed Kilimanjaro. They might have been to some of the castles like we visited in Captive Castle, or down to the Everglades in the great state of Florida. So ask them about that. You'll learn a lot. Trust me, I do every day. Okay, here we go. Question number 2. Wow, nice picture, huh? That's very cool. We're all holding hands and everything in the sunshine. I like that. Okay, this is from Zora. Very cool name. Who's in the 4th grade from Minnesota. Okay, dear Mr. Marc, I'm on a soccer team. It's fun. I also like being on our adventure team with you. Well, thank you very much. You know that it's all about teamwork. And when we work together as a team, we can accomplish, I think I heard you say anything. Very good. Do you like being on team? Do you like being on the team? Absolutely. That's why I love being Mr. Marc, is that I get to go on these adventures with you guys, right? And we get to do everything together as a team. We get to learn as a team. We get to eat healthy as a team. We get to drink a glass of water as a team. And we get a sense of accomplishment on every single episode because we did it as a team. So I need your help. Keep going on adventures with me. Great question. Here we go. Question number 3. Nice penmanship. Look at that. Very good. Okay, here we go. This is from Charles, who's in the 3rd grade in the great state of California. Okay. It was fun rescuing Mr. Clock from Mr. Lazy in the castle. If we rescued Mr. Clock from Mr. Lazy in the castle, that is from one of my favorite episodes, Captive Castle. Very cool. We climbed the castle. We saved Mr. Clock. We fell down a trap door. We had to go up against knights in shining armor. Oh, it was very cool. Why does Mr. Lazy eat junk food all the time? Very good question, Charles. Excellent question. Mr. Lazy, I think, eats junk food all the time because he's misguided. I don't think anybody's ever really introduced fruits and vegetables to Mr. Lazy. So just imagine, Charles, if you're eating junk food all the time, imagine how your tummy would feel. It would feel awful. All that sugar and junk, no way. So I think it's going to be a personal goal of all of ours. It's our job to try and introduce some healthy foods, fruits and vegetables to Mr. Lazy. Wouldn't it be great if he could start feeling better? Maybe he wouldn't be as misguided. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Mr. Marc's Mailbag. As always, thank you very much for sending in all of your letters. We are doing our best. We might even start expanding. We're getting so many letters in. We're going to have to maybe extend Mr. Marc's mailbag a little bit more in the future to try to get to more of your questions so we could share our answers with not just you, the individual that wrote it in, but with everybody out there that is watching Mr. Marc's mailbag. Remember, send your fan mail and all your questions to the address on the screen, and we'll do our best to answer it. Also, send in your t-shirts of your school and try to send two. One, so I could wear and represent your school, and two, I can autograph one and mail it back to you. That's going to do it. As I always say at the end of every single adventure and Mr. Marc's Mailbag Show, keep it moving.